Hi, my name is Eva and welcome to this channel. Today I'm going to be answering a bunch of is blank normal questions. I actually did a video like this over on Love Honey's channel in the summer, but I thought I'd bring it over here because I liked it a lot. Before I jump into the questions, I just want to put it out there that I am not a doctor or a clinical psychologist. These are just answers that I have from my experience working as a sex educator and also studying sexuality. So if you are really concerned, please go talk to a doctor or a psychologist because they are more of an expert than I am. But with that said, let's do this. So the first question is it normal to not want to masturbate or have sex? And the short answer is yes. The long answer is that this question has totally different answers dependent on the situation and the context that you're in, so I'm just gonna throw out some things and hopefully one of them fits and feels good for your situation. The first thing I want to say is that desire and how much people want to have sex or masturbate is totally diverse and exists on a spectrum. There are people that want to have lots of sex and want to masturbate lots, and some people don't even feel sexual attraction or want to have sex with other people at all. And all of that is healthy and normal. The second thing that I want to say is that people's desire fluctuates a whole bunch. It can be influenced by your stress levels, your relationships, medication, so it's totally normal for all of that stuff to fluctuate over your lifetime. The last thing that I want to say is that we get a whole bunch of messages about sexuality from society telling us that masturbation is dirty or you need to be having sex by a certain age. And if you're worried that you don't want to be doing those things and you feel like you should be, don't worry about that. As long as things are safe and consensual, please feel free to get sexy or not at your own pace. The second question is it normal to orgasm in this particular way? And this question has plagued people with vulvas in particular for, over a century, ever since Freud said that vaginal orgasms were more mature than clitoral orgasms, up to Cosmo putting out articles talking about the 13 different ways that you can orgasm. It can definitely feel pressure to orgasm in a particular way, but that is not the case at all. There's actually a super cool recent study that came out investigating people with vulvas, their preferences for how they like to be stimulated and the ways that they orgasm. People's preferences are super diverse. The third, is it normal to do a blank while in a relationship? If you are wondering, is it okay that I'm doing this or my partner is doing this, don't be asking me. Sit down with your partner and flesh out what your personal boundaries are in your situation. And talk about social media. Talk about the small things to make sure that you guys are on the same page. Next up, is it normal to bleed if you have an IUD? So a couple things to say about that. If you are on an hormonal IUD, about 50% of people stop getting their periods, but then there are a whole other 50% of people that don't. So that might be a reason why you're still bleeding. Also, common side effects within the 3 to 6 months after you get your IUD put in is irregular periods, spotting, heavier periods, and more bleeding if you have the copper IUD, so that also might be why. Let's finish this question and answer video with one that is near and dear to my heart, which is it normal to use a vibrator every time you masturbate? And let me just start my answer to this question with there's been no research on this topic. Nobody has scientifically proven anything about dependency or tolerance with vibrators, so if any big research funding agencies want to fund me to do that research, I'll do it. But yeah, it doesn't exist. Also, this really cool paper just came out talking about guidelines for clinicians who are talking to their patients about vibrators, how to use them, sexual health things, and they don't mention dependency or tolerance. So if it's okay for doctors, then it's probably okay for you. So that is all for me today. I hope you liked this video. Let me know what you think. Should I turn this into a series and answer more is it normal to questions? Also, follow me on Twitter @SexEdOntario. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you aren't already. And have a lovely day.